I come from a humble background, you know. My mother and my father was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. They met each other in Tompkins Projects, right up the street from Marcy Projects. And even though I didn't come from the projects, you know, I was really, you know, I was like a baby when they were in the projects, right? Even though I didn't come from the projects or whatever, I still, you know, have family members that were from the projects. And I hung out in the projects, you know, both in New York and North Carolina. And I always had a certain type of humbleness, you know, to myself. No matter what I had in life, you know, whether it was a car, money, or clothes, or whatever, I always maintained a certain type of humbleness because I know I come from a humble background. You know, I didn't have it, you know, good like a lot of people. You know, it's the same story, same narrative, you know, that just about every young black man has experienced when they were growing up. You know, I didn't grow up with my father there. You know, there were times that, yeah, true indeed, my mother, I never went without eating and stuff like that. But there were, you know, times where we stayed in an older house, so we needed gas, you know, so they had to pour oil in this tank in order to heat up the house. And the house didn't have any insulation, so there would be times where my mom wasn't able to, you know, pay the bill or whatever, and, you know, not a lot, you know what I'm saying, where we had to, like, you know how it goes, we had to get dressed up in the kitchen, we had to turn the oven all the way up and get dressed up there, you know. So it was like moments, and, you know, I ran away from home and stayed with my aunt, stayed with my uncle, stayed with my grandmother, stayed with this drug dealer. It's just like a lot of stuff that I've been through. But at the same time, no matter what I had or didn't have, I always maintain a certain type of humbleness. And I know in the near future, I'm gonna be successful. And with success comes the riches, the money. I know when I have that, when I get that, you know what I'm saying, I'll be humble when I get it. But it seems as though to me that celebrities, in particular rappers, are not humble whatsoever. That they totally forget about their past. They totally forget about the welfare cheese, or them being on welfare, them being on Section 8, living in the projects, living in the hood, eating cereal, not with milk, but with water. They totally forget the cheese toast, the bologna sandwiches, the oodles and noodles. And they act as though that their life, their lifestyle and the way that they live now had always been that way, and they try their very best to eliminate or rather erase their past. But the past and the present is what you consist of. It makes you you. And that's the problem that I have with these rappers, man. And specific, like, not so, and I did a video on it not too long ago with Meek Mills giving those water boys in Atlanta $20, and it was like 10, 15 of them. What are they gonna do with $20? And then his cop out, or his plea was, well, they were gonna spend it on weed. That's the reason why. I know what they're gonna do. And this is crazy to me. People such as Meek Mills, Jay-Z, 50 Cent, and the list goes on. The list goes on. You can go to YouTube right now and look at how broke they were in the past. I remember when Jay-Z first came out, he had a gold tooth. And he was bumming. He had to get Kane's, he was wearing Kane's, Big Daddy Kane's jewelry. So everybody comes from a humble background, but once you make it, once you get that money, that's when people start to change. That plain and simple. I know a lot of people have said, you know, it's not that I change, it's the people around me. At times that's true, but most of the time it's you. Because people truly, in particular rappers, are young black men and young black women, truly don't know how to act when they get money. Now, let me say this. I understand that you're in a tax bracket and you have to spend a certain amount of money. And then also, you know, having jewelry and having the clothes and the cars, it's a form of marketing and advertising. Like, take for example this, if I were wearing jewelry, right? If I was bling blinging and I was showing the cars that I had and this big nice house, guess what? I would have way more followers than what I do now. And it's just that plain and simple. Why? Because I would look more attractive. I would be attractive to the average person's eye, because that's what people look for. That's the reason why my channel is not growing. I ain't got no gold chains. I don't have the flashy cars and this. I'm just a regular dude. So guess what? I attract regular people. That plain and simple. But had I had those things, I would attract way more people, in specific women, on my channel than what I have now. You understand? So I know that this is a form of marketing and advertising. I know that you're in a certain type of tax bracket and you have to spend a certain amount of money. I get that. But at the same time, I understand when people say, in particular rappers, when a rapper says, I spend money because I never had anything, you're 100% right. You're 100% right. That's when people, when rappers are buying these big gold chains and these cars and these clothes and the houses and all the rest of that shit, it's true. You're not used to having anything, because if you were, you would take your money and manage it properly. That plain and simple. Let me tell you something. Once I get money, it's going to be as if I always had it. You want to know why? Because I'm going to use this. I'm going to use my brain. And I'm going to say, with that money that I got, money is a resource. It's a tool. So what do you do with money? You make money and or you invest. How can I put it? You utilize that money in order that you can make more. Plain and simple. It's nothing complicated about it. But these are our role models. And this is the reason why the youth are messed up in the head. Because they're following behind fools. And they think that all of this materialistic stuff is going to get them somewhere. And it doesn't. I've never, as of yet, have met a millionaire or a billionaire wearing a bunch of gold chains. As of yet. Most millionaires and billionaires, they don't own their houses. They rent. Most millionaires and billionaires, they don't own cars. They lease them. Because they know, like, I hate to use Meek Mills as an example, but he be saying dumb shit. Like, I buy my cars. That is a depreciating asset. I mean, I shouldn't even say depreciating asset because it contradicts itself. It is not an asset. It's the car depreciates the minute that you buy it off the lot. The minute that you drive that car off the lot. But he's bragging like, oh yeah, you know, I don't lease my cars. I buy them. What are you, dumb? So you can't listen to the rappers. And the people that really have the jewels are the ones that's dropping jewels as far as words that give you the knowledge and the information. Not so much the jewels that they wear around their neck. Pay more close attention to the people that's dropping jewels, knowledge, and information than the ones that you see where they're wearing jewels around their neck, because they idiots, they're fools. That plain and simple. At the end of the day, most of them are wearing costume jewelry anyway. Most of them are flashing fake money anyway. Yo, you can buy fake money online right now. A stack that thick online right now. You can go to Amazon and buy that. That's easy. Matter of fact, I might buy it and throw it around and you know, on a video just to show you that I can do the same thing that these rappers are doing with fake money. So I had to do a video on it because it's like I'm seeing these fools and it's like you do realize that you come from pork and beans. You know what I'm saying? That area in Miami. You do realize that you come from Marcy Projects. You do realize that you come. It's just ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous, but this is what they sell to you and this is what you buy. But I had to do this video because rappers act like they were never broke. And just about every famous rapper is from the projects. Every last one of them. At least the ones that's known. Nas from Queensbridge. Jay-Z, Marcy Projects. You know what I'm saying? And the list goes on. The dude that just died, King Von. I don't know what old block. All these hoods and projects. But then when you see them make it, oh, they different. Which makes no sense to me, man. I'll never let money change me. I'll never let money push my humbleness to the side. My humbleness, my humble past to the side. I'll never forget where I came from. I'll never forget the people that that I met along the way? Ever. Never. You'll never see me do that. So, man, yo, pay close attention to your rappers, man, because most of them are full of shit. Straight up. They turn around. Listen to this, and I'm going to end it with this. They turn around and they come up, and then they turn around and brag about the shit they got that you ain't got. And you're like, yo, you was just in the projects like a month ago. How did your life change like that quick? You see what I'm saying? Like you've been. In other words, what I'm saying, most of these rappers have been poor more than them being rich. That plain and simple. So stop faking it. You know what I'm saying? I'll sit here and I'll be honest with you. I've actually not had money more than I've had money. I know what it's like not to have more than to know that. I know what it's like not to have in comparison to me knowing what it's like now that I have. Period. Plain and simple. So I'll never let money change me or put me in a situation where I think I'm better than someone else and that I allow money to erase my past. No, my past is my past and my present is my present. One can't do without the other. So rappers, stop it. Most of y'all have been broke all your life. Now all of a sudden you got some money, now everything's changed. I ain't buying it. Maybe you will, but literally I'm not buying it. I ain't buying the albums to hear a bunch of lies. Anyway, my name is Langston 2092. I want you to like, comment, subscribe, and definitely share this video.